Hey guys, what's up? My name is Star Levels Up and welcome to Monster Prom. And I do have the DLC, so this is second term. I'm sure most of you know about this game by now. So I'm just gonna play it. It's just me all by myself. So we're gonna do the classic first. And we're gonna do a short game. Because, well, we don't have time to do long games. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Unafraid. We were unafraid, is what we were. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, most of the time. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Now, I know that Cry voices Oz, and he's like one of my favorites because of that, but I always personally play as Blue, but I'm a lady.
Yay!
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam DeLioncourt, or Lioncourt, 4XX. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork, who was also voiced by Cry, which makes me love him.
Yay!
Polygeist, 22. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. If you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? Curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who are super into new fad diets that feel the need to explain them in detail. You can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. Or I'd curse them to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realize that all this time their partner was a wild panther in disguise. Then the panther viciously devours my enemy. Classic. I love the picture. Hey honey, there's something you need to know. I picked that one. That's a good curse. Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane? An ATM. Sugar baby life. Here I come. A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. A dildo, duh. I like the first one. I'm not trying to go for the pictures in the corner, but those are the ones that I like. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? A rainbow you can eat? His friendship? I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie. I can grant my own wishes. Him to not be so cliched. A genie and wishes, so mainstream. Infinite Kinetti. Or confetti. God, I can't read today. Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to the 3 standard wishes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you should get 3 wishes with a genie. But, I mean, to be honest, if we were friends, I could probably get more wishes out of him in the first place. Well, Scott liked that. I'm looking at the little Monster Prom icon down there.
Let's go.
Let's go! Alright, so we're a little smart, a little bold, and we got some money. We're not very fun, though, or charming, or creative. Let's get our fun on. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Scott and Miranda seem to be arguing about something. Your sweet mediation skills are clearly needed. No, I know our football team is called the Spooky High Spooky Monsters Who Spook, but who also play sports. But who's our mascot? Our mascot? Oh, dang, you're right. We don't have one. Oh, what about Misha the mermaid? Mermaids are monsters. No way. Too girly. Try this. Wally the werewolf. Why's it gotta be a werewolf? We're the monsters, not the werewolves. Yeah, well, we're not the mermaids either. Maybe the problem is that the team name is trying to cover a huge diverse group of people with a single label. No, Coach is never wrong. We're just not thinking hard enough. Think.
Hey, bro.
Hey, you. You look like a hard thinker. What mascot should we use for our team? Easy, we'll just genetically engineer a cross between every kind of monster at the school. Head of a werewolf, tail of a mermaid, hair of a Medusa, angst of a vampire, and we'll call it Abe the Abomination. Just find a regular human, dress him up in a business suit, and make him the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Corporate greed, that's the real monster. That one sounds like the easier one for me to win. He doesn't get it. Which must mean that it's really smart.
Hooray!
Corporate greed, that's the real monster. Yeah, hooray! He can even make it rain dollar bills on the audience. They'll love him. I love him. Fuck rich people. Yay! Hey! Look at you, full of inventive and clever ideas. We should give you a ribbon or something. Meanwhile, you gain +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Hooray! Now we're gonna go eat. We're gonna eat with all our friends.
Let's go.
Now, it seems like I've inadvertently gone for Scott on this route, so I guess it's just what we're gonna follow through with. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pick when... Food pick! Ride those picks to victory! What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick! Food! No. Food!
Enough.
Stop. 2, 4, picks, 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks, go! Cease this incessant chanting this instant.
Oh.
What? But I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pic so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat, Scott. I only order this food so I can take pictures of it. And you're not helping.
Oh, bro.
I know. My cheerleading just isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is a swift kick in the... But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you what the two of you will do. We've got to pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up. Liam's food picks are art, so we've got to use art to cheer him on. The quiet art of mime.
Woohoo!
I get it, amp him up. Like where the sky is. Let's do it. What? No, that's a horrible. Up you go, little buddy. Reach for the stars. Okay, I am actually getting some very artistic angles on my food from up here, but this is still not okay. Oh, Liam, always being sarcastic. He loves it. Wait, you chose now to finally start understanding what sarcasm is? I'm not being sarcastic. You can't fool me, Liam. I know everything you say means the opposite of what I think it means. Liam eventually gets Scott to put him down by saying he loves being thrown in the air. Scott still somehow believes he did the right thing and gives you the most intimate fist bump. That's great.
Let's go.
Let's go. We need to work on... We need to work on so many things. But charm, really.
What's up?
Oh shoot, I forgot it was the shop. Well, I can buy something. What? Well, it's an event item. This is also an event item. I'm gonna pick the present.
See you later.
Oh, it's $0. Oh no. Well, I'm not fun or bold, but my charm went up all the way. It itches as fuck, but form over function, bitch. Now all I gotta do is try and pick the most charming answer all the
Let's
time,
go.
I guess. We're gonna get that fun up a little bit. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. Assuming I have grandchildren someday. You notice Polly and Scott on the lawn doing... something? Polly is chewing determinedly on a hula hoop while Scott slowly covers himself in sunglasses. Despite your better judgment, you ask what they're doing.
Hey, bro.
Yoga, bro. What does it look like?
Liam said we should practice some yoga in order to cleanse our bodies of all the drugs and sports. And I was like, sure, I'll try anything once. So here we are, doing yoga.
It seemed like a lot of work to look up yoga on the internet, so instead we just made an educated guess based on... actually nothing. Oh man, what if we're doing it wrong?
Yeah, like, do you know anything about yoga? Do you have any tips for how to do yoga the best?
You need yoga pants. Focus on deep, mindful breathing. Yoga pants? Are those pants that do yoga? Or pants made out of yoga?
Neither, silly. Man, I can't believe I didn't think of yoga pants before.
She means
YOGA pants, as in yielding organic gun armor pants. They're what battle mechs wear when they want to breathe down there.
oh, that makes so much sense. Of course you would want your gun armor to be breathable and organic if you were doing yoga. Polly just happens to have 2 pairs of yoga pants in her locker. She and Scott lay waste to the countryside and get super limber in the process. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. Well, I did good there. I chose the charming answer there.
Let's go.
The problem is there's not always a charming answer. Scott and Polly are sitting together, laughing their metaphorical asses off.
Woohoo!
Do Damien! Do Damien!
Grr, I'm Damien. Look at my stupid red face. I use violence to cover up the fact that I've been brought up to revere a toxic version of masculinity which has alienated me from my own true emotions.
You sound exactly like him.
Okay, you do Vera.
I'm Vera. I'm very smart and my hair is pretty and all my friends look up to me because I am a strong, independent woman.
Scott, I'm not sure you understand how impressions work.
I'm not Scott. I'm Vera. You can tell because I said my name just now.
Okay, what about you, Blue? Got any good impressions?
Just one, but it's a real doozy. I don't... I'm gonna do this one just because we're trying to date. We're trying to date Scott. Maybe he'll like that.
I do not talk like that.
Yeah, you do. You talk like that all the time.
Okay, maybe. But why is she running around the cafeteria rubbing her butt in everyone's lasagna?
Because she's twerking, Polly. Don't you recognize twerking when you see it?
That is not twerking. Twerking doesn't require driving from table to table in a hot pink golf cart. How is this even an impression of me?
Are you saying you don't wish you were driving a hot pink golf cart and putting your butt in people's lasagna right now?
Fine. Out of my way.
While Polly's busy making love to everyone's lunch trays, you enjoy a quiet meal alone with Scott. So romantic.
Let's go. Let's go.
I love it every time. Well, we're not very bold. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Later, you see Scott, all but skipping down the corridor, cheerily rattling off some sort of list.
Hey, bro.
Hey, pal. Oh man, today's the best. I was walking out of class and my tail just started wagging all of a sudden. You know how sometimes your tail starts wagging and you're not even sure why? I started wondering what my tail might be so happy about, and I realized it's probably just because I'm a werewolf. Because being a werewolf is just about the best thing, right? I mean, if I wasn't a werewolf, I wouldn't even have a tail to wag. But then I started thinking even more, and I realized everything's would be pretty good. Were-dolphins, were-pigs, were-weasels, were-tanks. I wonder what the absolute best were-creature would be. Were-vending machines? Were-water fountain? Were-door? Were-window? Were-knob? Were-floor? Okay, now he's just naming things he can see. You'd better jump in. A were-werewolf or a were-moon? A were-werewolf.
Ah!
A were-werewolf?
Awesome, bro.
That sounds like the best thing ever. What's better than winning a sports game? Winning 2 sports games. What's better than gym class? Double gym class. So what could be better than being a werewolf? Being double a werewolf? I wonder if I can get a member of the werewolf pack to bite me so I, a werewolf, can turn into a werewolf. And be a were-werewolf. Or 2 could bite me and I could be a were-werewolf. And what happens if a were-werewolf bites a were-werewolf? Oh man, is this why they make us learn math? Scott's math performance increases dramatically, but only for the next week. You gain +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Thank you, that's very helpful.
Let's go.
We're gonna get some more fun on. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. At one point, Juan, the small magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal 2 fun from him. Hooray! I guess. Later, you hear an unmistakable growling that can only mean one thing. Intergalactic lions have broken through space to devour one of the smaller, weaker students. No, wait, it's just a wolf pack. Guess it could have meant 2 things. For the last time, is this a bromance or bro treason, broski? You're my teammates and my family, and I'm not trying to be a bad Scot, but... This is the 3rd month in a row you've missed our full moon bro-down. We got together and practiced the wolf pyramid and then helped each other inject sheep steroids. We played flip cup with lamb's blood spiked with natty ice. That all sounds very nice, but I already had plans and I didn't want to let people down.
One of us!
Bro,
One of us!
you're a wolf. Are you with the wolf pack or are you with those other monsters? Oh damn, You're one of those other monsters. You better do something. Let me teach you a new game, extremely long distance fetch. Or, guys, on the inside, aren't we all wolves? Yes, that one. He's gotta think about it for a minute. Bro, that's like deep, bro. Like super deep. Maybe too deep? Nah, bro, the perfect deepness. This is exactly the kind of question we need to be asking ourselves as SJWs. Yes, super jacked wolves need to be socially aware too. Oh, now I get it. We're all wolves because we all pee in the same toilets. Or because the school is one big wolf pack? Bro, maybe it is. Maybe it is. The wolves wander away to ponder this further. You're not sure they're sold on this, or that they're entirely sober, so the effects may not last.
Awesome, bro.
Wow, you sure know a lot about wolves, and life, and everything. You must have a lot of smarts. Scott looks at you with awe, and you have a feeling that he's just gained a lot of respect for you, while you've gained +2 smarts and +1 charm. I'm so charming, how could he ever say no to me now, you know?
Let's go.
Over here. You sit down to enjoy a nice normal meal at the Spooky High cafeteria, as usual. LOL, JK. Something fucked up is always going on here, and today is no different.
Hey, bro.
Oh, hello, Blue. Did you want to come sit with us in our... imaginary friend? No one else is here. Their imaginary friend roars, and the whole cafeteria shakes. Okay, Blue, you have some smarts. You're probably gonna figure this out pretty quickly. Why do we have a wild beast under our table? Why don't you take a guess? He's asking you to guess because we totally forgot our plan. Scott, no we didn't. Shut up. We were gonna teach it the piano? Or maybe the saxophone. I lost my notes. No worries, no notes needed. You know exactly what they should do with this wild beast. The wild beast should be the new school mascot. Put him in a sports jersey and let's rock. Go team! It's obvious you brought such a beast to the kitchen to turn it into the next Monster Chef champion so you can split the big Monster Chef cash prize. We're gonna try the team. Oh, that's a great idea! I'm pretty sure Spooky High already has a mascot, but you know what they say, the more mascots the merrier. I really don't think they say that. Well, they should. If most schools only have one mascot, having multiple mascots will be one more thing that makes our amazing school even more extra special. I can see it now. The Spooky High wild beast that Scott and Damien kept under a tables. Rah, rah, wild beast, eat the other team and make a feast and try not to get an infection from yeast. Actually, that chant is pretty dope. Blue, thank you tons. The wild beast mascot sure will be fun. If you ask me, I owe you one. If you were to nitpick, you could point out that tons and 1/fun don't actually rhyme. But why would you nitpick such an adorable and genuine display of affection from darling Scott? You wouldn't, you monster.
Let's go.
Alright, we just have a little bit more time, so... I mean, why not get our charm up just a little bit? Why not? That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Scott catches up with you afterwards, panting with excitement. Hey bro, I was just thinking today about how much I like you and want to share all my favorite things with you. I thought about sharing my bones with you, but I don't remember where I buried any of them. Then I thought maybe we could go out peeing together, but peeing on each other's territory would be wrong. And I don't know how to share the moon, or even where it is right now. So I guess that just leaves my 2 favorite things in the whole world, cheerleading and sports. And since you're not on the sports team, cheerleading it is. Let's cheer together, bro. What's that? You want to know what we're cheering for? Well, I thought I'd leave that up to you. What should we cheer, bro? We should cheer for the working class. Nothing will aid the rise of the proletariat like a hearty cheer. We should cheer for each other because friendship is the greatest sport of all. Yes, yes! We'll cheer for each other's cheering, and our cheering will make each other's cheering more cheerful! Scott picks you up and tosses you in the air, but before you hit the ground, he's in your arms, ready for you to toss him. Toss me higher, bro. With friendship, anything is possible. You toss Scott into the air, but somehow the force of your encouragement allows him to toss you again. You can fly! You fly into space! You crash into the sun! The sun is no match for your love for each other! I can't tell whether this fire is in my heart, or this fire in my heart is me getting burned up by the sun, or my love for you. It's probably both. You slingshot around the sun, traveling faster than the speed of light. You crashed into Earth 7 days ago, right before the opposing team scored a touchdown in last week's sports game. You obliterate the enemy's quarterback. Haha, yeah! Cheerleading! Cheerleading indeed. And now you have an entire extra week to hang out with Scott, which won't be reflected in the game. Which won't be reflected in the game, you time-traveling cheater. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun. The monster prom draws near. It's time to ask Scott, because he's the only one we've talked to.
Hey, bro.
Ask Scott to the prom.
Let's go.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? I don't know if this tingling is love or the 5 energy drinks I just drank, but this feels like the right thing to do. Let's go to prom together. It was definitely the 5 energy drinks, but who cares?
You're my dream team.
Aww. We got our date, guys. I was really expecting that to not happen. Prom night was the best. The two of you got lost on your way to school and ended up having a crazy misadventure in a dungeon. By the time you finally arrived at prom, your bonds were tighter than ever. You learned a lot about Scott. It turns out that aside from sports and cheerleading, he also loves the sky and the stars. He gives his own names to constellations, and if he knew the word astronomer, you're sure he would love to be one day. Most likely to be Razgard, the space goddess of illusion in disguise? Yes, that is how I will always be referred to from now on. For all of infinity, Razgard, the space goddess of illusion in disguise. I am the space goddess of illusion in disguise. That is me. I am the space goddess of illusion. SGOI. That is me. Scott can be the best at sports, but I'm the space goddess of illusion. And that is the best thing that came out of this whole thing that just happened. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Scott and Polly started attending yoga classes. They were highly underwhelmed by the real thing. Liam kept doing art so hard that he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. Classic Liam. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her serfs to do the work. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life. And then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then. And there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Or to end. My furry cutie patootie. Okay. I've unlocked 4 new images in the gallery. We can look at those. So yeah, I've already dated a couple of people. I've dated Damien, Liam, Polly, now Scott, Vera. I've lost so many more times than I can count. I tried Miranda, but I never get Miranda to work out with me for some reason. I've had Damien hate me so much that he's punched me in the face instead of dating me. And then there was this whole mission. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. We got all these pictures. Ah, this is the new one. My furry cutie patootie. That one is really adorable. I have another new one that I haven't looked at yet. Oh, this one. Aw, it's so cute. No better distraction. Aw. Some random game art. Oh. Miranda in this outfit, which is adorable. Some concept art. More concept art. An ending sketch. Some Damien concept art. Okay, I missed one. Ah, different colored Mirandas. I guess before they settled on the final one. I do think this one looks the best, to be honest. In my own opinion, of course. And then there's all this lovely fan art. Grilled tids. Okay, that one's just adorable. That's a pretty good chip. Can't lie there. Well, yeah. Looks like that's all the time I have left for this video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment. Tell me about your experience in Monster Prom, because I know most of you have played it. And maybe subscribe to keep up to date with my videos. I do try to update them once every day, but sometimes life happens. Thanks for sticking with it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.